Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tolu. I'm your friendly Christian relationship counselor. Today, I want to walk you through 5 questions you need to ask before you date to marry. I'm really excited because dating to marry is going to be opening soon, and we have our free masterclass coming up. So make sure you sign up for our free masterclass. You don't want to miss it, and we do have limited seats available. All the details will be in the description box. So if you've ever wondered, okay, I'm ready to date to marry Tolu, what are the questions I need to ask myself? How can I start asking the right questions? Well, these 5 questions will get you started on the right path. First question I want you to ask is, am I ready for commitment? And here, what I want you to really think about is, what does commitment look like for you? What is your track record with commitment? And in dating to marry, I really walk my clients through the process of going through your dating history, understanding the mistakes you've made, the patterns that you've noticed. So I want you also to get started on that journey of understanding what are the patterns that I'm seeing, what are the issues that I've had with my exes, and that will get you to understand where you need to work on for commitment to start taking on real substantial meaning for you. And this will help you date to marry. The truth is, commitment has to carry weight in how you position yourself in your single season, and the only way you can start making sure commitment has weight for you is to really go through the process of unpacking what you want commitment to look like in your relationship and what it currently looks like in your single season. Next question I want you to ask is, am I clear about my boundaries and my standards, and what do they mean for me? Now, this is something I share with my dating to marry clients. If you're a wife in waiting sister, you're very aware of the fact that we don't play with boundaries, block and delete. Hello. So it's important that you understand when you make this decision, you have to be clear on your standards and your boundaries. Now, a standard for you, if in the faith, a simple one is you don't date someone that isn't a Christian. A boundary could be for you that you don't want to kiss before marriage. That will change the kind of men that you allow access and you give permission to, and it will change the kinds of permissions that you give into having an intimate experience while you are dating your partner for the purpose of marriage. Now, the standard I had mentioned earlier of deciding that I only want to date Christians, as scripture tells us to do, will change the kind of men that you allow yourself to open up with and be transparent with, and to develop a real substantial relationship with. This will inevitably affect the patterns that you start to see as you date, and it will change the way you experience dating, which I show you how to do in dating to marry. I also want you to ask yourself, do I really understand what communication for me looks like? And the importance in this question, and something I tell my dating to marry clients, is you need to be in a space where you are comfortable enough to express yourself even when you are uncomfortable. So are you ready to have those uncomfortable conversations? Are you ready to speak even when you don't really feel like speaking? Are you ready to share even when you don't feel this is information that you necessarily want to share? Because that is really what it means to date for the purpose of marriage. When you're dating for the purpose of marriage, it means that you're starting the process and the journey of dating because you want to get married. And marriage is really a process of uncovering and exposing yourselves to each other. Remember, scripture says that they were naked but unashamed. And that is why communication is so important. I also want you to ask yourself, what does it look like for me to be consistent? Now, the reason behind this question is for you to really understand why consistency is important to you. Not because of what your friends or your family members are saying, but because you want to understand, okay, what does consistency to me look like? Because guess what? If you start asking your friends, for instance, he only called me twice today. And for your friend, consistency means that she talks to him maybe 4 times a day. She's going to tell you that's not consistent, he's not serious, he's not interested. So you see the problem, and this is why in dating to marry, I really want you to understand what it looks like for you. But this is also why you want to get clear on what consistency looks like and how you want it to apply in your relationship, and what you expect of your partner and what you are willing to bring to the table to be consistent. The final question I want you to ask is, where am I willing to compromise? That means, what am I willing to negotiate? Where am I willing to say, okay, it's fine if he doesn't have so and so qualities, or it's okay if, he doesn't bring this to the table. That conversation is just as important and even more important than where you are not willing to negotiate in some instances. And it's important that you understand the reason for the decision you've made as to why those areas can be compromised on. And this is something I do with you in Dating to Marry, but I will say this here. You want to look at your spirit, your soul, and your body. You all know that I have the 3 areas of spirit, soul, and body when you're dating, when you're interacting, and when you go about your life. It really helps to put things on a godly perspective. So spiritually, where are you willing to compromise? On an emotional scale, your mind, your will, your emotions, which make up your soul, where are you willing to compromise? On a physical scale, where are you willing to compromise? This will really get you started on getting clarity around dating to marry. Right, so to go over these points again, you want to make sure you're clear about consistency, you're clear about your standards and your boundaries, you know how to communicate, you are in a position where you are able to understand what compromise means for you, and you have looked into commitment. Make sure to share with me the point that resonated with you the most and the point that you need to work on based on this video. Make sure you also register and attend our free masterclass, and I have some exciting news in the masterclass just for you. So if you want to work with me in Dating to Marry, you can also join the waitlist below. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.